Good evening. Welcome to Hoosier Hares and Homestead. I am Mark. So I've got this new hobby. Um, some of you go back just a few videos and you'll see that I got into pipe smoking. You can tell I've got a humidor here. I used to, well, I still do, I guess. I've got several cigars tucked away, 20, 30 cigars in there, and but I just, you know, they aren't as pleasing to everyone else as a pipe. And kind of on a whim, after Christmas, I went out and purchased this pipe. Let me see if I can get it in there. I know the lighting's terrible. It's a replica 18th century clay pipe. I'm not sure what the proper name of it is. Um, but anyways, if you follow J.A.S. Townsend and Sons, I believe it is, they do a lot of replica work. They got a YouTube channel, pretty fascinating. They actually have a store, a brick and mortar store, for all things 18th century, just about 10, 12 miles away from my location. So went over there and picked up one of those just because I thought I liked the way it looked. And then went to my local tobacconist and picked up some pipe tobacco. And since then, I've got a few pipes. And forgive me because I don't know what all these pipes are, but this one I shared earlier. This was in Carmack's. I believe it's Carmack's Cigar and Pipe Shop, or Pipe and Cigar Shop, in Noblesville, Indiana. They had a whole rack of them on the wall there, and they had a little handwritten sign said Italian Smooth or Smooth Italian, something like that, and less than $40. So I picked one up. I was down in that area of Indiana, coming back from a little bit farther south, and then went to my local tobacconist, picked up a Missouri Meerschaum Country Gentleman. This is probably my favorite pipe right now. Smokes unbelievably well. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I just love the way it smokes. It smokes cool. It's I mean, for a corncob pipe, which, you know, typically I guess that's the pipe you're supposed to start out with, or it's an inexpensive way of getting into the hobby, that pipe rocks. Well, I was there the other day and went in for a smoke, sat in there for about 45 minutes or so, and then came out with the Missouri Meerschaum Diplomat. And this too is a great little pipe, and I really like them a lot. So I've only got the one briar, but you know, corn cobs they're inexpensive, and they're smoking really well for me. So anyway, so tonight I'm fixing to pack up some Frog Morton on the Bio, and that is my typical tobacco in the last 10 days or however long I've been smoking pipe. But that is the tobacco I end the evening with, and I really enjoy it. It's got a great taste. So I'm going to pack a pipe, and I might turn the camera on when I'm done. Hang on. So I typically don't smoke a cob at night, but I was raving about this thing, and I started packing it up. So I guess I'm breaking with tradition, a week-old tradition. I love the way these smoke. These are really becoming favorites. The Country Gentleman, man, there's nothing about it. I carry that with me all the time. But I'm very new to this yet, so I am learning and developing the ability of how to taste the various flavors, and I'm not that distinguished yet. The community or people that I'm typically around, I don't have any friends that, I think I've got one friend who's told me that he smokes a pipe. Pretty much like an acquaintance, really not a close friend. So I've been watching a lot of videos trying to pick things up online. But so my my quote unquote pipe smoking videos, there's not a lot of expertise in them, but I'm not so proud to not to act like I know what I'm doing, and I say it in a lot of my videos. But if you have any tips, advice, or comments, leave them below, and hopefully I'll learn from them. So I don't have a lot to say about pipes, other than what I have already, but I was thinking, I'll share some things more about um, our experiences overseas. And in Southeast Asia, we had, of course, opportunity. We lived right among all the Khmer people. We um, didn't live in a western part of town, and that's the way we preferred it. We wanted to mix in with the locals, get to know the language, get to know the culture and the habits. And we are pretty adventurous when it comes to food. Um, Typically, that's what people ask me about, that in the bathrooms. Um, let's talk about food. I was the healthiest I have ever been when we lived in Southeast Asia. Um, I was down to 188 pounds from 235 when I first arrived. And that is because, number one, the sun. It was so freaking hot over there, um, close to the equator, so you're hot all the time. Um, I remember the day when we were leaving in February. It was 70 degrees, and I remember thinking, I need a jacket. It was that I felt that cold. So, um, the heat and your perspiration, that causes you to lose some weight. Even though you're drinking a lot of water all the time, you're dehydrating 24 hours a day in such a high humidity climate. Um, but the food we ate, everything fresh. We would go to the market just like the locals would, and we would buy for that day or for a couple days in a row. Um, we'd buy. A lady across the street had a rice warehouse. We would buy our rice from her. We'd go to the local market. We'd buy fruit. We'd buy vegetables, and everything was fresh. Hang on a second. Well, where'd I put that? Gotta, I gotta find my tamper. I need to relight. Anyways, um, so everything was fresh, and the fruit was amazing. It was, I mean, the bananas were like candy. We don't even know what a banana is supposed to taste like here in the States. Uh, Mangosteens was one of my favorite fruits. I'm switching hands here. Uh, the We lived right around the corner from a little stand where we would buy bananas and watermelon. I'd get a bunch of bananas, and when I say a bunch, I mean the little ones, um, 2 dozen in a bunch for like 75 cents. I think they had 5 types of bananas there. One of my favorites was a banana that was green and never turned yellow. It was a larger banana, and it was just, gosh, it was like candy. It was so good. Pineapple, oh my gosh, pineapple. I don't even know how to describe it. So sweet. You get two for $1, I think. And if you go on to YouTube and you search for Phnom Penh, which is the capital city, the Russian market, or Tultumpong, have fun spelling that. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's these pineapples, and they carve them down, and you use the stalk of it like a handle, so you just can hold it and just mow down on these pineapples. But we ate other stuff. Um, if you know the history of Cambodia, you know of the oppression and the genocide. I had a video about that a couple videos back. By the nature of the oppression, it forced the Khmer people to learn how to survive on anything. And it's amazing, the stories. But one of my favorite soups over there was banana tree soup. And literally, the heart of the banana tree, they would cut it down and they'd make it into soup. It was incredible, very good. But they would eat bugs. They would have vendors on the street. You could buy plastic baggies full of bugs. And my kids thought the tarantulas were pretty cool. I think we got 4 tarantulas for like $1. Tasted like Doritos. They were, deep fried. Grasshoppers, crickets, a soup can of crickets for 50 cents, and it tastes like popcorn. Snake, we ate snake on a stick. Some larger toad type frogs on sticks, deep fried. Some little tree frogs on a skewer. Eel. There was some very large squid that they cooked over a fire on a skewer. That was really good. Crab. We were down in Gape. I believe it's spelled K-E-P, but it's pronounced Gape. The crab was incredible down there. Seafood was amazing. But we ate some crazy stuff. Not a lot of red meat. And that was probably very healthy for us. A lot of fish when we did have it. But there were supermarkets there. We could go. We lived in the capital city. We could go to Lucky's supermarket and get traditional Western type of food. You paid for it, but you know, if you needed peanut butter, you could buy it. On the riverfront, where there's a lot of tourist bars and restaurants and tourist trap type places. The Khmer Caravan, one of my favorite restaurants, and made an awesome pad thai. Unreal, unreal. It was so good, and I'd get it with seafood. It would be shrimp and squid. I'm not sure if octopus was in that or not. Man, it was good. Anyways, the food in Cambodia was incredible. We love Southeast Asia. The the food, the people, and literally was the healthiest I've ever been. Of course, come back to the States, you start eating processed food again and all this other stuff, and I bulk back up, back over 200 pounds now. Great coffee there too. Mandula Creek coffee. So I think I've sent some videos back a while back. I sent some samples out. Great coffee. I loved it. It was very dark, and I made it very, very strong, and had a hint of chocolate. And you would put this evaporated milk in it, condensed sweetened milk, I mean. And man, it was good. You buy it on the street for I think it was 50 cents. Beat Starbucks all the heck. It was incredible. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm pushing 13 minutes on this portion of the video, probably a couple minutes when I was showing you the pipes, so it's about 15 minutes. I need to wrap it up. Thanks to my new subscribers. Thanks for watching. Like I say, if you are a pipe connoisseur, part of the YouTube pipe community, give me any tips, advice, comments, advice on tobacco, advice on pipes, where I can get them. I mean, I go to like the Pipes and Cigars, smokingpipes.com, those types of sites. But you know, if you know something that's special, let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening. God bless.